hard to believe, but we are preparing for our final regular season home game of the year. I'm Greg Ellis. I'm with Ty Harden. You're listening and watching Gridiron Takes. And Coach, coming off a tough 35-3 loss at Madison Central, I think it'll be safe to say the oomph just wasn't there.
It wasn't. Wasn't there. Had some guys out also too. I mean, that was our first real trip to the Metro.
One of three.
One of three, and our guys, wasn't an easy trip there and back. Kudos to Madison Central. That's the best football team we've played all year. I think that's a no-brainer. We didn't, it was not our night. Definitely, it was their night. They had some guys that I do think they were the better football team. I can say that. Are they 35-3 better than us? Absolutely not. They took care of home field advantage. They took care of they hit their two-shot plays first half. We dropped our two-shot plays first half. And so they took advantage of momentum and took away the game. And, our guys were, just kind of defeated second half and, just didn't do our job.
And sometimes that happens. But here's what I've learned about you. You don't lie. You called it last week, and here's what you said last week. You said they're not going to be the most intimidating looking team, but defensively they fly to the ball. That was not a big team, but they flew to the ball all over the place.
Now their offense is big.
Offense I'm talking about the defense.
Beautiful. Now defense, man, their scheme was fantastic. Very, very athletic. They kept them in front of them. We did not execute well offensively. And they did a fantastic job creating some mismatches, and it was, they played great. I was very impressed. On film, I'm sitting here thinking, they're super athletic, but I think we can hit them here, and they took that away.
Very disciplined defense.
Very disciplined.
Offensively, we play the tallest receivers I think in the country week in, week out.
Well, 11, that's the reason he's got 5 SEC offers. The reason the quarterback has got a bunch of them. That was the best. I think that was the best tandem we had saw. Now, a week before we had saw the Starkville receiver and quarterback tandem, but I was overly impressed with the way Madison, had a big offensive line, had that quarterback was a special kid, that wide receiver was a special kid. They had a tight end that's committed to a Division I school. It was, that was a great football team. But they capitalized. They big played us, and one of our goals each week is prevent the big play, and that's how they scored most of their points was big play, and scored right before halftime on with 10 seconds left. They scored on a big long touchdown. We jump off sides twice on a fourth down in the second half, for them to later on to score. So it's bad discipline by us. We're kind of a reflection on me, and but it was definitely a tough pill to swallow. Moving on, big game Friday night. You said before the show, every game now is like a playoff game. We got to win out. We got to win out. I talked to our guys after the game all week. Here's some life lesson man moments for you right here. Our back's against the wall. Are we going to be like that cat that fights back, or are we going to crawl up? Who are we going to be? A lot's going to say about our character and stuff and define us, how we handle these next 3 weeks. Got a home game against an opponent, that's talented, but we're a better football team. I can say that. And then you got to go back on the road to Jackson for 2 straight weeks on teams that we can play with anybody, but we know those teams are going to be really well coached and really prepared to play us. They're 2 known to be playoff teams that we got to finish off with. So it's man moment for our guys. The guys, how do you handle these situations, because these are life moments right here.
Murrah, 7 o'clock. That's obviously like Madison Central. It's not a common opponent that we're used to playing in the regular season. It is also, I want to remind everybody, it's breast cancer awareness.
Correct.
Right? So you guys are going to have some pink on players. And we've also, this week we'll have 2 special honorary captains. I don't want to give that away, but it's 2 people who have definitely seen the battles and the tribulations of what it is to have breast cancer. And well, that will put things in perspective real quick for you.
For sure.
So practice this week. The one thing that I have been impressed with is our ability to bounce back. Bad game at Oxford, played our tails off against Starkville and had the ball late driving. Tough game the other night, not our best. So here's our chance to bounce back again.
We just have to not have those letdown games like the other 2 games. In this division, you can't do that.
No,
and
it's not forgiving.
It's a hard life lesson for our guys. I told you before the show. I'll say it on air. I don't care. I mean, in years past, in the other division, we could probably have a letdown game and still might win.
Right.
Or still win. You can't have a letdown game in what you call the SEC West of high school football. If you have a letdown, you will get your tail whooped.
Right.
And and our guys are learning those tough bought lessons. And we are who we are. I told you, I said we had the same week of practice last week as we did against Oxford. And and I rub it in our guys' faces, like, guys, we that's who we are. We can't afford to practice, not to practice well and go out and perform well. That's just who we are. We're not that type of team. Have I seen teams in the past be vice versa? Yes, I have. But that's not us. We are who we are. If we practice well, we're gonna play well. If we practice bad, we're gonna play bad.
So with that said, how's practice been?
Practice is good. Yesterday was a good day, man. We had a lot of juice, a lot of competitiveness, and that's what I told our guys. I said, we're only promised 3 weeks left. What are you going to make these 3 weeks like? Seniors, what are you going to make these 3 weeks? I said, we can go out and we can practice our butts off and also have fun doing it. There's no better feeling. Like yesterday, we had some guys and I told them, I said, guys, how good does it, compare, I want you to look back. Compare yourself right now. How you feel right now being dog tired and know that you had a great practice compared to the practices where you come out and you're lulled. And you know the mood. You can tell the mood of the whole group. I said, understand the difference, guys. So we'll see. I mean, when you got 15, 16, 17-year-old kids, you never know what's going to happen. But we're learning every day. We're working every day. We're fighting for our culture every day, and that's what it's all about.
So what have you seen on Morrow? What does the film show you?
I mean, they're a typical, Jackson school, very athletic. Got guys that can run. I'm going to have some big guys here and there. They're fortunate enough not to get to play football last season. They were one of the teams that did not get to play a season. So they're somewhat playing catch up a little bit. And so so they're kind of a year behind, but they got the guys out there that can beat you because got some guys that can run.
Pretty standard defense.
Pretty standard. They're going to be kind of similar to Starkville. They're going to play a lot of man coverage. Just kind of, hey, I got you, and kind of get after the quarterback offensively. They're going to be spread, but also play some stuff with the H-back. Mixture, a little bit of everything.
So probably every home game and a lot of times on the road games, I have somebody come up to me and say they enjoy the show. This past week at the Shell station leaving the game, I had someone come up to me and ask, can you get Coach to explain film session? And I said I would. They want to know exactly what is a film session and what are you looking for? How often do you show film? I thought that was a pretty good question.
So, depending on what type of film session you're acting, because we do tons of film.
Okay.
Tons of film. So, basically, let's start after the game. After the game on Friday, our coaches are responsible for each position group to break down their position group and film that Friday night's game. So they're giving our guys a grade. and they're doing their stats on their position group. And overall eval. I'm on eval. Our big thing is we know film can get monotonous too. You want to, a kid's attention span is like this, and so our biggest thing is the 10-10. Show me the 10 plays that highlight some type of positive. Okay, so if you got something that's a great effort play, knock it out, or a great play, or the 10 major mistakes that we got to fix that are effort or anything like that. So that's kind of, we set that up for Sunday. So Sunday, our guys come in and they watch our film from Friday night.
Okay.
But also during Saturday and Sunday, our coaches are still breaking down the opponent.
Right.
Like Coach Shute, each coach on our defensive staff is responsible for some type of tendency for the opponent. Like our D-line coach is working on box, our Coach Shute, our defense coordinator, is working on scenario, Coach Osborne is working on some secondary stuff. So we've got our opponent broken down by Sunday, and by Sunday evening we have all the tendency, all that. And then come Monday, our guys watch film on our opponent. So we watch film on our opponent, and on Tuesday, Wednesday, or Thursday, or usually 2 days a week, Wednesday, Thursday, we film our practice every day.
Okay.
We film it from the press box and the end zone. Our guys are evaluated on their practice every day. So, if you ever got mom and daddy wanting to know why baby boy's not performing or anything like that, I said, I'll cut on the film with you right now to show you what they're doing in practice. It doesn't. And that's just one thing that we've took advantage of. We've got a great facility to do that. So we film every day at practice, and so our coaches can come in and they can watch it at any time. And we watch usually on Wednesdays and Thursdays our practice film from that week to adjust. Hey, here's what you're doing. Here's how we got to line better. All that. And
so Sunday's about the previous game, and then that's it. Then
Sunday's about the Sunday's about the previous game. Now and Wednesday, Thursdays is about fixing ourselves too, but it's also fixing ourselves to our opponent.
Gotcha. When you sit down on that last film session, what's the biggest thing you got to get across to your players?
On the last film session, it's the hay's in the barn, okay? Here's, on that Thursday, like, hey guys, here's one extra reminder of it. Look, this formation right here, what are you seeing? It's almost like that Thursday's almost like a test.
Gotcha.
Guys, what are you expecting right here?
Gotcha.
What do you think's going on right here? Who can beat it? Where's our weak link right here? And who can beat us right here? So it's almost like, hey, quizzing them, how much have you done this week and understanding what they're going to do?
Right, that's awesome. All right, before we close, senior night. I remember my coach said you'll never forget your senior night. You remember your senior night?
I do. It was, I remember we played South Pontotoc, had a really good game. Fortunate enough, we had such a good game, I probably only got to play one half of it. But yeah, it was a fun senior night for sure.
All right, 7 o'clock Friday night, Murrah. Again, it's the last home regular season game, so don't want to miss out on that. Coach Harden, I'm Greg Ellis. We'll see you next week. This is Gridiron Takes.